Madas. Ayan. Alright, so first of all, announcements no, to everyone. Lahat ng klase ng Reading Visual Arts. Take note that you have to plan for your final requirement. Ang final requirement ninyo will be advertisements of your products. Yung mga product ninyo na ginawa ninyo ng posters ay gagawa nyo na ngayon ng advertisement. Ngayon, tatlo yung per group, tatlo yung gagawin. Kasi final requirement ito. Pasensya na, no? Tatlo yung gagawin per group, no? Tatlong version. Una is hahanap kayo ng advertisement, ng existing advertisement, no? Existing advertisement, pwedeng, halimbawa, tied yung inyong product, tapos yung advertisement ninyo ay pabango na nakuha. Pwedeng yun yung gamitin ninyo. Gagayahin nyo lang yung advertisement na nakuha ninyo, pero instead of yung pabango na product sa original, ang i-present ninyo, ang ipipresent nyo na ngayon ay yung inyong produkto. Okay? So, first video is your version. Yan. Version ninyo ng napili ninyong video. Mahirap ipaliwanag. Okay, ito muna para di malito. Unang video is yung original advertisement, no? Na gagayahin ninyo. Ang gagawin ninyo is pipili kayo, maghahanap kayo sa internet ng advertisement. Kahit may lang, kahit yung mga 30 seconds lang o kaya ay 1 minute. Ayan. Kung 5 minutes, okay din, walang problema. Ayan. Basta pipili kayo ng advertisement sa internet. Yun yung first video. Yung second video is your version, no? Your version of that advertisement. So, sa pangalawang video, gagayahin ninyo yung mga shot, gagayahin ninyo yung mga acting, ayan, pero papalitan nyo lang yung brand. Instead of yung original na brand, yung brand nyo na. Again, pwede po kayong gumamit ng ibang brand or ibang advertisement ng ibang brand. Halimbawa, tied yung inyong ginagaya na produkto. May nakita kayo mas magandang advertisement tungkol sa pabango. Pwede 'yon. Pwede niyong gamitin 'yon. I-adapt niyo lang, babaguhin niyo lang yung produkto. Yung produkto niyo na. At yung pangatlo ay 1 minute na advertisement na sarili ninyong isip. Ibig sabihin, kayo mismo yung nakapag-isip. Sarili ninyong ideya. No? 1 minute yung yung tagal, yung running time. Okay? 1 minute na advertisement na kayo yung ideya. Pero yung produkto, yun pa rin. No? Yung produkto nyo pa rin na present. Okay? Thumbs up nga kung naiintindihan ninyo. Yan. So, yun ang inyong magiging finals. So ngayon, sa ngayon, habang tayo ay nasa foundation week, yan, makakapagpahinga muna kayo, pero yun yung asahan ninyo na yun na yung parang dapat ay assignment ninyo, no, na gagawin. Pag-isipan at maghanap ng mga video. No? Maghanap ng video na gagayahin para sa video number 1. Planuhin paano i-shoot at gagawin yung video number 2, yung adaptation or yung version ninyo ng video number 1. At yung pangatlo ay planuhin at pag-isipan na yung inyong sariling gawang advertisement na merong oras o tatagal ng 1 minuto. 60 seconds lang, no less, no more. No, hindi pwedeng lumagpas ng 60 seconds. Yan, pwede na mga 55 seconds, pero hindi pwedeng lumagpas ng 60 seconds. Okay? So lahat itong mensahe na to ay para sa lahat ng section na hawak ko para sa Reading Visual Arts. Okay? Yun. So, now, Kung wala ng tanong, pwede naman kayo magtanong, no? Kung meron kayong tanong, pwede ninyong i-chat doon sa GC natin. Sa GC kayo magtanong para yung informasyon ay maging pangkalahatan. Ganon din sa lahat ng section. Okay? Kanya-kanyang chat na lang. Okay. So now, yung lesson natin is part of the art critiquing na tinatawag. Kailangan, open ko lang. Yan. In art criticism, so we do some theories and practices in criticizing art. Remember that in criticizing art, we're not just talking about artwork itself, but any art form. No, hindi lang painting, rather, yung ating pinag-usapan with art criticism. Um, these are theories and practices that we can do whenever we critique some form of art. Kahit mapa-digital art ito, modern art form, yan, mga classical artwork, katulad ng painting, sculpture, o kaya kahit yung mga advertisement o mga posters na nakikita natin sa araw-araw. Okay? So let me share my screen. Nasara ko lang yung aking this video. Yan, para lahat ng attention natin ay nasa screen. Okay? Were you all able to see the PowerPoint? Thumbs up nga dyan. Yun, meron na. Alright, so art criticism theories and practices. So, introduction to art criticism, everyone. Art criticism involves analyzing and evaluating artwork to understand their significance within art history. It connects theory with practice, helping to interpret artworks. Critics provide insights that help society appreciate the role and impact of art. Through critics, various perspectives on art, meaning, relevance, and influence across different eras are explored. So, napakahalaga ng art criticism. And kung titignan natin ng maigi, everything that we do has to be criticized. Kailangan talaga yon. Kasi pag hindi tayo na-criticize, yung gawa natin ay hindi na-critic, no, ng mga expert o sabihin nating mga mas matataas sa atin or mga authority, hindi matitigil yung improvement or mababalam o mapipigilan yung pag-improve natin. Hindi sapat kasi yung self-evaluation. Hindi sapat na tayo lang yung nag-critic ng gawa natin. Hindi ganoon. Hindi tayo uunlad doon. So masasanay dapat tayo na may ibang tao na tumitingin ng gawa natin. Because through that, uh, gagaling o gaganda pa yung ating ginagawa. Whatever, ano man yung ating ginagawa. No? So, it involves analyzing when somebody criticizes an artwork, he or she has to analyze the elements in an artwork or in an art form, and then later on, evaluate. No, evaluate the artwork to understand the significance. Pagkatapos niyang analisahin kung merong bang pakinabang, merong bang value, merong bang sense, yung isang art form, poster man yan, video, media material, painting, sculpture, he has to evaluate. No? He has to evaluate or sabihin natin na to make judgment kung ano yung significance nung bagay na yon, no, sa history o sa buhay ng mga tao. So that's the art criticism. Now, how do people criticize art forms? Of course, the first thing that a critic look at into a form or an artwork is the composition. Composition are the formal theories in art criticism, focus heavily on composition. Critics analyze how elements like balance, harmony, and structure combine to create visual impact. So, ang una mong titingnan is yung composition. Ano yung laman? No, ano yung mga nasa loob ng isang artwork? Kung pelikula, ano yung mga nasa loob ng pelikula? Mga karakter, mga linya, mga formal elements ng art form, no? Sa painting, no? Kailangan mo makita ano yung nasa loob ng painting, ano yung subject, 'di ba? yung balance, yung harmony, and other structure. You have to look on them. And then, artwork is examined for its design and organization. Ganun ang composition. No? You examine the design and organization. Consider how these contribute to its aesthetic value. Paano siya nakatulong sa kagandahan? Paano siya nakatulong doon sa gustong mangyari ng artwork? And composition is crucial in understanding the formalist perspective. Yan, primarily concerned with visual aspect. Ibig sabihin, sa paningin nung nung kritiko, ano sa paningin niya? Maganda ba? Hindi? Bakit hindi? O bakit maganda? Ayan, it's more on the visual aspect. Ano yung nagpapangit? Ano yung nagpaganda? Ano yun? Ano yung nakatulong para ma-attain nung artist yung gusto niyang iparating? O kaya, paano ng audience magets yung gustong maintindihan, no, ng artist? Of course, part of the formal sides of criticism is the color and texture. Yeah, color and texture are vital in formal theories. Critics evaluate the use of color, harmonies, and contrast, as well as textures, tactile qualities to assess aesthetic beauty. Understanding how artists manipulate color and texture informs appreciation of the sensory experiences in an artwork. These elements substantially influence the emotional and visual appeal of the artwork. Yung kulay at yung kanyang visual texture, chinecheck din yan o criticize din yan ng isang kritiko, no, isang critic na tinatawag. Yung tao na nagki-criticize. Bakit? Kasi yung texture and color, it help us to visually feel na yung nakikita nating artwork ay maaaring katulad or wala halos pinagkaiba, no, sa paningin, no, ng tunay na mga bagay. So parang halimbawa, pag nagpinta ng mukha, ng portrait ng isang tao, ang check niya yung kulay at yung texture ng balat dun sa painting. Mukha bang makatotohanan o hindi. Of course, lastly, sa kabuuan, the aesthetic value or aesthetic evaluation considers beauty and art's visual quality without delving into cultural and historical context. Yung kagandahan lang itself, per se, kung tawagin, beauty per se, yung tinitingnan. Maganda ba sa paningin, no, without cultural or historical context na walang pinagbabatayang anumang konteksto or ibig sabihin. Formalists focus on art as an autonomous entity, with visual appeal being the main criterion. These evaluation methods prioritize how elements align to create pleasing or thought-provoking visuals. It often forms the basis for comparative analysis across different artworks. And then, syempre, yung kanina, formal qualities yon, no? Yung criticize natin. Yung itsura niya lang mismo. Ngayon, syempre, as a critic, you also have to criticize the art through its contextual theories. Ayun. Una, yung cultural influence. No? Saang bahagi ng kultura natin nakakonekta itong larawan na ito, itong painting na ito, itong artwork na ito. Kailangan masagot yun. That's the contextual theories. Emphasize cultural influence. No? Anong bahagi ng lipunan o ng kultura ang naka-impluensya kaya nagawa yung isang sine. Critics explore how cultural norms, yan, yung mga norms na tinatawag, traditions and beliefs, shape and are reflected in artwork. Differences in interpretation often arise due to varying cultural backgrounds and of both artists and audience. This approach delves into how cultural context affect both creation and reception of art. So dito tinitingnan ng kritiko, no? Kung tinitingnan ng kritiko kung ito ba ay natatanggap o nauunawaan ng mga tagatingin, no? Kung sa pelikula, yung pelikula ba ay nauunawaan, yung mga simbolo ba, mga larawan ay pinapakita ay naiintindihan ng mga manonood. Yan yung cultural influences. Tandaan ninyo na lahat ng lahat ng sining ay naimpluwensyahan ng kultura. Kaninong kultura? Yung kultura ng artist. Yung kultura ng artist, yan yung nagdidikta at nagsasabi sa artist paano niya gamitin yung mga symbolism, yan, mga iconography, mga ganong bagay. Of course, there are also times that artworks are connected through what we call historical context. Yan. So sa bahagi ng history ng isang lugar. Historical context is crucial in contextual theories as it examines how art reflects its time. Critics study the historical conditions during an artwork's creation to better understand its theme and messages. Yan. May mga artwork na nakakonekta doon sa panahon. Halimbawa, panahon ng digmaan, panahon ng kalayaan, panahon ng pagiging alipin, no? May mga artwork na nabuo during this period, those periods na naging inspirasyon sa mga artists para gawin yung artwork. Kaya siya tinatawag na historical context. Nakakonekta siya doon sa history. Historical events, prevailing ideologies, and social norms, o societal norms rather, are considered to unravel the artwork's deeper meanings. This approach enriches understanding of art's historical significance. So, yung kultura pwedeng maka-impluwensya sa sining, sa paggawa ng sining, yung history din, no, yung mga events na nangyari sa isang bayan, sa isang lipunan, pwedeng maging inspirasyon sa paggawa ng sining, at huli sa lahat, politika, no, and so sa social factors. Political and social factors deeply impact art. As seen through contextual theories, art is often influenced by its political environment. No, yung mga politiko at mga namumuno, yan yung otoridad, mga political environment yung tinatawag sa mga yan na pwedeng maka-impluwensya doon sa artist sa paggawa niya ng kanyang artwork or pwedeng magbigay ng motibasyon sa paggawa niya ng artwork. So these methods uncovers art's potential as a tool for protest. Yan, pwede mo pala natin gamitin yung art as a way to protest, to comment, and to inspire social change. Bridging art with societal realities. Okay? And of course, artworks are said to be artist's expression. It's a way to for the artist to express his or her idea, emotion, or experiences. Ayan. Expressive theories focus on personal expression within art, analyzing how artists convey emotion and messages. This approach considers the artist's intentions and personal experience, reflected through their creative choices. By evaluating these elements, critics assess the depth of expression and the emotional honesty of the artwork. It stresses the personal narrative embedded within the art. Yung artist mismo, pwede niyang iparating yung kanyang nararamdaman, naiisip at naranasan sa pamamagitan ng kanyang sining. And of course, when the artists have successfully embedded, na ilagay na niya yung kanyang kaisipan, yung kanyang konsepto, yung kanyang ideya, yung kanyang karanasan, at o kaya yung kanyang nararamdaman sa artwork niya, dito na ngayon nangyayari yung tinatawag na viewer's experience. Ano ba yung viewer's experience? The viewer's experience plays a crucial role in expressive theories. This perspective considers subjective interpretation and emotional responses elicited by the artwork. Critics analyze how effectively an artwork communicates with viewers emotionally. It emphasizes the interactive aspect of art, recognizing how individual perceptions contribute to an artwork's meaning and impact. So yung viewer's experience ay yung response ng audience kapag nakita niya na yung sining. No? So yung response, kung ano yung magiging response ng audience, sumasalamin dito yung emosyon, yung kaisipan, at yung karanasan na naintindihan niya o naunawaan ng audience sa pagtingin niya tungkol sa sining na yon. That's the viewer's experience. Kung nalungkot, umiyak yung audience sa panonood niya ng pelikula, ang tawag natin doon is viewer's experience. Yung pag-iyak na yon ay response niya dahil naunawaan niya yung gusto iparating sa kanya nung artist o nung gumagawa nung sining. Naintindihan? Thumbs up nga kayo kung naintindihan nyo. Nandiyan pa ba kayo? Yun. Kala ko walang magre-response. Thank you. Alright, konti na lang guys. Ayan. Understanding critical art theory, critical role of critical art theory. Critical art theory explores art socio-political functions rooted in the Frankfurt School's ideas. It scrutinizes how artworks support or challenge social orders. This theory critiques art's commodification within capitalist societies, urging a deeper look into art's ability to propose alternatives. Art's power in provoking social and political change is a central focus. So the reason, yung critical art theory, the critical art theory is stated, is telling that art has the power in provoking social and political change, no? And pag sinabi natin kinomodify, commodifying art, whenever we see an art, we consume art. Parang pelikula, no? Pag may pelikula kang pinanood, you consume the film. Bakit? Because you allotted time for watching it. No? Kaya mo siya kinukonsumo na tinatawag commodification of art. And then, when you commodify something, whatever you commodify, whatever you eat or consume, there is a return. No? And critical art theory is telling us that whatever art you are consuming, meron siyang return sa'yo. May babalik siya sa'yo. Kung ang pagkain, ano man ang kainin mo, no? Pag kinain mo yung pagkain, mabubusog ka. That's the commodification, tinatawag. Ganun din, yung art. Kapag uh, may tinignan ka na sining, nag-ubos ka ng oras, mayroon kang idea na matatanggap. Meron kang kaisipan na makukuha. Ganun yung commodification of art. And that's the critical theory, critical art theory, that every media, all the media, all the media created or all the art created, when being commodified, merong tinatawag na return. No, may bumabalik. Ito yung mga kaisipan, karanasan, alaala na uh, naintindihan o naunawaan nung tagatingin. Naintindihan ninyo? Thumbs up ako, naintindihan ninyo? Critical art theory, di ba? Yan. Lahat ng sining daw ay merong mensahe that when you consume it, you will receive it. Okay? Okay. Ito na muna, hanggang dito na muna tayo sa slide nito. Ayan, there are 4 steps. Ayan, in critic process. Number 1, the first step in art criticism, pag sinabi ko sa inyong i-critic nyo yung isang art form, may 4 steps na kailangan nyong gawin. The first step in art criticism involves describing the art without bias. Kung ano nakikita mo, sasabihin mo. Kung ano nakikita mo, isulat mo. So critics note the work title, artist, medium, and subject details. This foundational layer sets the scene for further analysis, focusing on observation and factual reporting. A thorough description provides a clear starting point for evaluating more complex elements. And then, analysis, no? Analysis, assess, yun yung second step. Analysis, after mo i-describe, you will do analysis. Analysis assesses how formal elements and principles are arranged. Critics examine elements like line, color, and texture to understand design intentions. This stage involves a deeper look into composition, exploring how these elements inform the artwork's aesthetics and conceptual layer. It's essential for connecting visual elements to the overarching artistic intention. Third is, of course, interpretation. Tama. Interpretation. No? Interpretation yung third. Ayan. Interpretation delves into the meaning behind the artwork. So, ang ginagawa natin, ini-interpret na natin yung mga simbolo, no, na nakikita natin sa artwork or sa mga elements, no? Ini-interpret na natin. Ayan. Considering context, symbolism, and artist's potential messages. Critics emphasizes how these factors contribute to the understanding the artwork. This space blends analytical insight with contextual understanding, bridging the gap between observed elements and thematic intent. Interpretation adds depth to the critic process. Ano yung pang-fourth? Ang pang-fourth po is evaluating. Ayan. So by sequentially describing and then analyzing. Right. So ang fourth step, ang fourth step natin is describing, analyzing, interpreting, and then evaluating the artwork. Okay, yung evaluating, ayan, na-discuss na natin yan kanina. So yung itong mga formal theories, contextual and impressive, yan yung evaluating na tinatawag. Okay? So, ayun na muna. Other methods for critiquing art, yung kabuuang discussion will be done on our face-to-face meeting next week, no? December. Grabe, no? Pasko na. Alright? So, ayun na muna. Do you have, other questions? Do you have any questions before we end this meeting? You can raise your hand. Mukhang wala naman. Meron ba? Ayan. Okay, so with that, maraming salamat sa inyong oras at pagkakataon. Let me stop the recording. And maraming salamat.